dive into it. I'm going to ask one thing real quick. Cell phones. Leave them alone. In your pocket. You don't need them for your Bibles. Who has your Bible, by the way? Who has a handheld Bible? I got one. I got two somewhere. Cool. Good job. Alright. You don't need your cell phones. I have the scriptures up here, so you're in luck. So you don't need your phones. Go ahead and put them away. Turn them on silent. You don't need them right now. Thank you. Guys, you gotta get through this. You gotta get through this. Tonight, we're going to continue on in our series about what it means to be a disciple, as desiring to be like Jesus. And so, for the last few weeks, we've been looking at the character, the person of Jesus. What is he like? How can we be more like him? And tonight, we're going to talk about his mercy, being merciful like Jesus. And before we get to that, can somebody tell me what is mercy? Does anybody know what is mercy? What mercy is? She's so smart.
Not dealing out what should be dealt.
You guys know your stuff. All right. I had to look it up. No, I didn't. Who can tell me what grace is? You got one. Sorry, say that again.
Giving them something they don't deserve.
Man, that's awesome. Can you flip that one? That's terrible.
I can see it. I hope.
Hang on 1 second. There we go. Thank you. All right. Well, exactly. So, mercy is not getting what you do deserve or withheld punishment. Have you ever, like, really messed up and, like, you expect your parents to, like, kill you? And they're like, you know what? I love you. I'm not going to kill you this time. That ever happened to anybody? Dude. Growing up, my younger brother and I, we loved hockey. We loved hockey. But our house was super small. We had a back porch. It was kind of big, but not really that big. But we decided to play hockey on it anyway. I love my little brother. He almost died. He took a slap shot, which is just dumb because our backyard, it wasn't going to be good. So he takes a slap shot at the goal, completely misses the goal, and it hits the window. Smack! And I'm like, oh man. And he's scared. I'm scared for him. I thought my dad was going to kill him. Dad's on the couch, he's watching TV, probably the Cowboys game or something, and I'm just waiting for it. Like, alright, I'm waiting for it. Nothing. I'm like, are you serious? And so we go inside and like make sure he's still breathing. Hey, what happened? Sorry, Dad, I broke the window. You need to be more careful next time, okay? Don't do that. That was it. Are you serious? If that were me, I would have been like, I would have been dead. That's mercy. Not getting what you deserve without punishment, okay? That's mercy. Grace is getting what you don't deserve. Unearned favor. Goodness. I think the best example of grace is Jesus. Obviously, we're talking about Jesus, we're at church. Grace. We didn't deserve the gift that Jesus gave us, died on the cross, but he did it anyway. He loved us. All right, now that we have that out of the way, we're going to turn to, if you have your Bibles, John chapter 8, verse 2 through 11. John chapter 8, verse 2 through 11. Verse what? 2 through 11. And also, it's up here, by the way. I don't have glasses on. Okay, I'll just read it to you. Here we go. It says, at dawn he appeared again in the temple courts, this is Jesus, where all the people gathered around him, and he sat down to teach them. The teachers of the law and the Pharisees brought in a woman caught in adultery. They made her stand before the group and said to Jesus, Teacher, this woman was caught in the act of adultery. In the law of Moses commanded us to stone her. Now what do you say? Okay, so catch this. Here's Jesus. He's out there teaching, and these religious leaders come in, and they're like dragging in this girl. Say, hey, Jesus, we caught this woman in the act of adultery. Does anybody know what that means? What does that mean?
Sleeping around.
Yes. All right. Okay. Yeah. It's in the Bible. That's what happened. Time out. Did anybody find it strange? Is there something strange about this kind of scenario that's going on? Where's the guy? What's with that? They brought in the girl, but they didn't bring in the guy? What's with that? They're what? They're lying? Maybe.
Maybe the guy was one of the Pharisees.
I was thinking like the same thing. Why do you think that the Pharisees, why did these leaders bring in the guy? Yes, sir. That's true, but the law, according to the law, both the men and the women, both the man and the woman, were supposed to be stoned, according to the law. You think they're really interested in what the law says, or are they interested in something else? It smells kind of funny, doesn't it?
They were setting him up.
They were setting him up. Let's continue. Verse 6 says, they were using this question as a trap. Way to go, Jacob. In order to have basis for accusing him. So if Jesus answers, okay, according to the law, okay, stone her. They would have went to the Romans and said, hey, listen, because the Romans, the guys that are in charge, they said, hey, you can't carry out your own executions. But if Jesus says, well, don't stone her, then they were going to accuse him of violating Moses' law. Did they really care about this woman? They didn't. What were they really after? Jesus. They had total disregard for this woman. Could you imagine how embarrassing that had to be? We don't have pictures really in our Bible. Some kids' Bible do. We don't really know. I'm trying to think of this scenario, and I'm thinking she probably doesn't have all that much clothes on. And all these people are just watching her. All the eyes are on her. This whole morning's just been terrible. Drug out of bed and brought before all these people. And as everyone knows your business now, it's kind of embarrassing. It hasn't been the best morning for her. This is what Jesus does. But Jesus bent down and started to write on the ground with his finger. They're asking him a serious question. Like, Jesus, what do you want to do about this woman? What are we going to do? And Jesus says, why? Why did Jesus do that? Jesus can do what he wants to do. All right. Why do you think Jesus does that? I think, this is me, it doesn't say in the Bible, I think what Jesus was doing was trying to take the attention, trying to take everyone's eyes off of this woman who's had such a terrible morning. And maybe for the first time, instead of everyone's eyes looking on this woman, they were looking at Jesus. And they were wondering, hey, what is he doing? Maybe for the first time, all the attention was off of her. Verse 7 says this. When they kept on questioning him, he straightened up and said to them, let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her. Again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. He says, all right, if you want to stone her, let the first guy throw the stone who hasn't ever sinned. Go ahead. At this, those who heard began to go away one at a time, the older ones first, until only Jesus was left, with the woman still standing there. Jesus straightened up and asked her, woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you? No one, sir, she said. Then neither do I condemn you. Interesting. Has she done something wrong? Yes, she has. According to the law, does she deserve a penalty?
Yes.
She does. But Jesus says, hey, you know what? They don't condemn you, I don't condemn you either. Is that okay? He's Jesus. He can do whatever he wants, right? Okay. Catch what Jesus says lastly. It says, Jesus declared, go now and leave your life of sin. So is he okay with the sin? No. No. He wants you to learn from it. He doesn't want you to do it anymore. Is it possible to forgive without condoning? What does condone mean? What does that mean? Like being okay with it, justifying it, oh, it's alright, it's not that bad. No, that's not what Jesus is saying. He says, go now and leave your life of sin. I think it's a little hard for us. I think it's hard for us when somebody has wronged us, or somebody has wronged one of our friends. Hey guys, listen up, listen up. I think it's tough when somebody has wronged us, wronged me, or maybe wronged one of your best friends, to say, you know what, you messed up, man, but I'm going to forgive you anyway. Am I right? Especially if it's someone we're real close to. Can I tell you something? Jesus was merciful. Did he have to be? No, he was in the wrong. But he practices mercy anyway. Could you imagine? Oh, my goodness. When I think about Jesus and the cross, I mean, what does that mean to you? What does the cross mean to you? Everyone has these, necklaces of the cross. We see them on purses. We see them everywhere. Let me ask you a quick question. What does the cross mean to you? Forgiveness. See, the great thing is that Jesus has already redeemed us. We don't have to work at it. We don't have to try it. When I see the cross, you know what I think of? I think, you know what, that should have been me. It should have been me. Did Jesus mess up? He didn't. I did. But he had mercy on me and said, you know what? I got you. He gave me grace. He said, I got you. I'll take this on for you. We're going to go ahead and watch the clip real quick. No, before we watch the clip. Hang on. Again, catch that. Jesus isn't exactly okay with the sin. He doesn't condone it, but says, hey, make sure you leave your life of sin. Romans 2:3 says this. Romans 2:3-4 says, so when you, a mere man, pass judgment on them and yet do the same things, so basically you're calling people out while you're doing the same thing, do you think you will escape God's judgment? Or do you show contempt for the riches of his kindness, tolerance, and patience, not realizing that God's kindness leads you towards repentance? What does that mean? Let's read what it says in the Message. The Message is fun. Pay attention. Catch this. You're like, that's in the Bible? It's the Message version, so we'll see. It says this. It says, you didn't think, did you, that just by pointing your finger at others, you would distract God from seeing all your misdoings and from coming down on you so hard, right? Or did you think that because he's such a nice God, he let you off the hook? Better think this one through from the beginning. God is kind, but he's not soft. In kindness, he takes us firmly by the hand and leads us into a radical life change. Maybe that paints a little better picture for you. Don't get it twisted. Is Jesus merciful? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Is God merciful?